Look, comfort zones, they hold me back, they hold you back, they literally hold everyone back. But beating comfort zones literally made me $17,000 within the last several months, like within a year, starting from like September, October, just because I decided to step out of my comfort zone and, try something new. Because I dropped $200 on Facebook Marketplace getting one of those like professional DSLR cameras for like photography, but then I ended up listing it back onto Facebook Marketplace and seeing if I could flip it for a profit, and I ended up selling it for $375. So that got me into flipping, and now I just buy sell cameras, whether it's on Marketplace or eBay or somewhere else like OfferUp. And it's so nice. It's really nice being able to make like $2,000 to $3,000 a month. It really changed my whole perspective on money in general, because I just saw so many people with like success stories. Their either their YouTube channel popped off or something like that. And it is really, really nice having at least some sort of income, if not just for like the proof of concept that you can actually make money online and in ways other than like a job. And I've been looking for a side hustle for like as long as I could remember, like a side job, side hustle, just something. But I was too young to be hired. I didn't have a car. I didn't have transportation. My parents were kind of unwilling to do anything or take me anywhere. I didn't have money to invest, and I was like so young, and so nobody took me seriously. If I wanted to like do real estate photography, which I think that was what I was planning on doing when I originally got the camera. That was one of the things, real estate photography, along with like senior photos and things like that. And because of all of those reasons I just mentioned, transportation, people not taking me seriously, not having an initial investment, I decided to start a gaming YouTube channel, because that didn't require anything other than like my computer, and my computer already had a webcam because it was a laptop. And I already gamed, I already played Minecraft or Roblox every single day for like hours. But even in that YouTube channel, I decided to stay in my comfort zone. I didn't, edit my videos properly. I didn't learn editing software. I didn't make the leap to pay for an editing software. One, because I didn't have that much money, and two, because I just didn't want to go through that struggle of having to actually put more effort into videos, maybe try different styles of content, try just something else other than the repetition that I was doing of the same boring, just like recording my screen, recording my webcam, whether it was on phone or computer. And I literally made no progress, and my videos were still so bad after so long because I just decided to not do anything about it. And with comfort, the days fly by, right? Like if you're not constantly changing yourself, if you're not constantly going out of your comfort zone, trying new things, I mean, you've already heard this before, but the days, they just keep going by because every single day is just repetition. If every day is just routine, if you don't have some sort of different thing to go along with it, right? Like you can have, obviously it's good to have a routine where you like eat at the same time, where you sleep at the same time, where you work at the same time. But the work itself every day should not be the exact same thing, right? Like at school you learn something new every single day, and if you have some business that you're working on, then you're obviously doing something new every day. You're either working on your website one day, or you're thinking about like the long-term business plan one day, or you're trying to hire people or hire an editor, or learning editing software another day, or learning a different software. It's every day, it's a new thing. The work itself is something different, but the routine should stay the same. And that's how you have something new every single day. You're constantly challenging yourself every single day, but you also have that mix of routine. Once again, originally I wanted to get that camera for photography and, I don't know, start some sort of photography side hustle because I wanted to try that out. And then it just became flipping cameras because I decided to step out of my comfort zone, and it opened a bunch of new doors for me. I didn't see flipping as a viable option to not just to make money, but like as a thing in general, until I bought that camera, and until I realized that this could actually sell for more because other cameras are selling for a similar price. Other similar cameras are selling for a similar price on Marketplace. And so I decided to venture into flipping and try that too. And it was, it's a whole process. Not only getting the camera for photography originally, but also for flipping, because, you have to find a good deal. You have to make sure that it's a good deal by like comparing prices on Marketplace, on eBay. And you have to make sure it's actually a good camera. You have to like see, is this a piece of trash and it barely has any features, or is it actually something that would be good for someone starting out? And then you have to message the person, you have to actually meet them up in person, which is kind of scary. And then you have to obviously pay, which is really scary itself. And then you have to learn how to use the camera. You have to make sure that it works in person when you're testing it. Then you have to, deal with any issues that you might have with like an SD card or transferring the photos somewhere else. And it got me so much out of my comfort zone by just deciding to go into photography and trying something like that. And then flipping was a whole nother thing, because now you have to learn how to take pictures, write a good description, and then you have to make an account and everything, and that's kind of scary. You have to learn how to post and the different tactics when you're posting, and do tags and things like that, and decide on what price to put the camera as. Yeah, and tweak the price if it doesn't get enough messages or something, if it doesn't get enough demand, and message the person who wants to buy it, make sure that they're not a scam, meet them up in person, and then eventually sell the camera and make the profit. It's just a whole ordeal. It's not difficult for me now, obviously, because I've done it over 100 times, but when you're starting out, and that's out of your comfort zone, it's super scary, and you really can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you don't exactly know. It's still kind of scary. Even now, it is a little bit scary. Like, will this actually sell? Is this actually a good idea? Should I have just stayed in my comfort zone? But I can assure you, no matter what it is, a good or bad decision, which we're gonna get to in a second, anything is a good idea as long as you're stepping out of your comfort zone. I like to think of it like the map in the game Fireboy and Water Girl. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like where there's two people on like keyboard, and they have to like team together to like beat the level, and they have to do different tasks together. But like on cool math games, but like in the map, after you beat a couple of levels, but like in the map, when you beat one level, it unlocks like many different levels for you to. But in the map, there's like a map with all of the levels, and most of it's blacked out. But but like in the map of the game, there's a big map with all the levels, and they're all blacked out. And and when you're starting out, you just have one level in the map at like the very bottom middle, and then after you beat that level, you unlock a bunch of different levels for you to try, and then once you beat a new level, it unlocks more, and it unlocks more and more and more. It's not just like one after the other. After you unlock certain levels, it goes into like 6 different ones, and that's how I think of like leaving your comfort zone. If you leave your comfort zone, which is like beating a level, like for example buying a camera for the sake of photography, that opens like 4 other doors for you, or 5 or 6 or however many. So another one of those doors could be like getting into flipping, and then once I am doing flipping now, with that money and with that experience, that opens a million other doors for me, right? Like I could put that money, I could get a car, I could get like a used Tesla with the amount of money that I have, 17,000. I could invest in this YouTube channel, like I have a microphone over there that I just bought. I could, I don't know, waste the money on a new phone. I could save for an even better car. I could get a new computer. I could put it all into a stock. There's so many options just with the money alone, and with the experience I could also put that into many different things. And after I realized like getting out of your comfort zone opens so many doors, I decided to spend hundreds on communities, like school communities, SKOOL, where there's like paid communities where they have courses, calls, and they have like community inside, and people can make like posts. It's like a learning social media basically. And I spent hundreds, almost 1,000 on a paid community to learn how to improve my life, like get a better physique, get better at making money, get better at like starting a YouTube channel and talking and things like that, which was Adonis School from Hamza Ahmed. And through that community, I was able to connect with people who literally thought the same as me, and other people who found the value in paid communities, like paid exclusive communities like those, which actually have a pretty high price tag. For me, it was $130. It was like 100 when I was starting, but yeah, that's a pretty crazy amount to put into an online community. So I met people who thought the same as me, who actually found the value in that, and also obviously the courses and the calls that I originally paid for, like mainly paid for, and also the motivation to make more money so that I could actually stay in that community. For example, I'm in a group chat right now of people who were in that community or people who are actually in that community right now, and literally every single day I'm in there, and it's super active. All of the guys in there are motivating each other, they're hyping each other up, they're talking about their successes, talking about feedback and things like that. Basically like the forum style that was in the community where people could make a post and ask for help or celebrate a win. But it's like a group chat of that, and it's more casual and everything, less rules. Super helpful. It's just the guys helping each other get further and further, make more and more progress. And it's super motivating. Like people around me are able to do all of these crazy successes, like insane body transformations, making like tens of thousands online. And it's super motivating, like I can do that as well. And I would not be able to be in that exclusive group chat of just people from Adonis School, members or ex-members, if I did not make that leap out of my comfort zone and pay literally $130 on a community just to learn and just to improve and basically invest in myself. And I 100% got like tenfold, 100-fold value from my initial investment of like a few hundred or 1,000. I mean, you can't even put a number on it. It was so valuable. And literally while scripting this, I went back to a paid community because I realized just how useful and helpful it is, even if it's a bad decision itself. Even if the courses in there are super bad and, you know, the calls, he doesn't even answer the questions. Even if the thing that you leap into is not necessarily the best, just by going out of your comfort zone, it opens so many new doors, and a lot of those doors will be good. Just by making such a big leap out of your comfort zone, or even just a small leap, it doesn't even have to be a huge thing just starting out. Just make your comfort zone as big as possible. Own the world is your oyster. No matter what, if you're opening your comfort zone, that opens new doors, new positive doors that could lead to huge improvements in your life, and that could eventually be, you know, what your career would be or what you do for like so many years. It could be a hobby or something, and you could have that hobby that you do for 10-20 years, or for like maybe the rest of your life, just by making that one decision. And it's like the butterfly effect basically. And real quick, another thing that community exposed me to by joining it at Adonis School was the carnivore diet. Lamb, salmon, chicken, just a bunch of meat plus a little bit of other stuff. And by going more into it and researching it more and learning more about the diet and like the history of diet and what our ancestors ate, I improved my health literally so much. Like, my health is noticeably better. All of my life is better basically, and ignore the acne on my face. I just got back from vacation where I ate basically whatever I wanted. But once again, stepping outside of your comfort zone in any direction is good. It could be a neutral thing, it could be a bad thing, or it could be a positive thing that improves your life. In that case, it's like a double win, because you improve your life and then you open new doors that improve your life even more. Like, for example, me getting a camera to get into photography was neutral because I barely even got into photography before I decided to flip the camera for a profit, and then I went down that whole rabbit hole. As long as you step outside of your comfort zone, you will have new doors and new options that you can open. Like, for example, if you make money, then every single thing that's basically paywalled in your life, like for example, being able to get yourself a car, or being able to pay the bills, or being able to get higher quality food for yourself, being able to get rid of the things in your life that are ruining your health, being able to even improve your living situation if you make that much. Just everything in your life that's paywalled by making money, that opens all of those doors, for example. And so I have a guide coming out soon on how to flip cameras like I did, and how I literally still do. Flipping cameras and a couple other items on Marketplace, it got me out of that $0 income hole that I was in ever since I started trying to improve my life, self-improvement, all of that. And now I have the paths laid out for you to do the same. And this is literally an untouched business model. It's unsaturated. It's really incredible, and it's really changed my life. And now I'm moving from something, instead of trading about like an hour to 90 minutes or like 2 hours, buying a camera and then selling it for like $100 profit, I want to move on to something that's higher leverage, which is starting this YouTube channel, building this community, and instead of trading my time for money. And once I succeed in this and building a community and making a higher income that's more than trading my time for money, which is like tens of thousands a month, or even beyond that from this YouTube channel, I really have high hopes for this channel. I'm gonna start teaching that to y'all too. And I'm not even gonna play the role that I'm like way ahead of you or way better than you. I literally just decided to start flipping cameras, and somehow I made $17,000 in just like several months. And I want to help you guys that are stuck have that same feeling, start actually making money online, because it's crazy getting out of that hole. But yeah, invest in this channel early, because I have high hopes and I have big plans. Like the video, comment, drop your thoughts or your feedback below, and subscribe, follow, all of that. But do not turn the bell on, the notification bell. Don't turn that on. I don't want you to be disrupted from whatever you're doing, your deep work, and you get a notification that I just posted another video. You can watch my video on your free time. Don't get notifications on your phone, even if it's me. But yeah, goodbye.